Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. Stronger, step by step, the clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town.
Gentlemen, and welcome here to the fourth volume of the Darkness over Velsar Mana Surge Cup here for this fantastic Sunday night of Shadowverse action. And not just tonight, but we've had a whole week of amazing Shadowverse action. Of course, Volume 3, Darkness over Velsar Cup just last week. And then, of course, 2 awesome days of the May SEAO SVO Cup as well. So, we'll wrap things up here with another great top 4 Mana Surge Cup here. To put that bow on top of the present, or the cherry on top of the cake, if you will. Once again, you're joined by the voice of OC, the villain of Shadowverse, Baz again, and the man of many talents, one of the brains of Shadowverse, the always charismatic Mr. N-Guy. N-Guy, once again, great to have you here, my man. With me once again here for our final volume final volume Darkness over Velsar Cup here for May. How are you, my man?
I'm feeling great, man. I mean, if you went around just now, we were having like a 8-hour long karaoke session in the Mana Search in the Mana Search Discord. So just want to shout it out, guys. If you've ever doubted like how fun it can be to be in the Mana Search server, now we do 8-hour karaoke and then we go and do MS Cup. So
definitely something to bring up. I think towards the end of the stream as well, where we start plugging everything. Yeah, you can be involved in karaoke streams for 8 hours. Also,
8 hours, dude. 8 hours.
I mean, I guess that's a way to celebrate a Mother's Day, right? Of course, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I doubt there's any watching this stream, but either or, right? But yeah, I mean, we once again some great, fantastic Mana Surge Cup action, as mentioned. On Volume 4 now, Darkness over Velsar. So just getting to that mid-expansion season point. Of course, I think we're just a little while away from that now. And if you missed out on some of the other cups, most recently as well, we've had a few different winners lined up here. One that's actually returned here as well, and it's going to be in our first semi-final for the Volume 4 Cup as well. Cup number 1's winner was Twilight Knight Sadfeeder. Of course, as always, Twilight Knight's coming out of nowhere to scoop up a Mana Surge Cup winner as per usual. Same old, same old. LB Stickies was able to pick up his first cup finally, cup number 2. And last weekend, we had GT's Ian at TYJ picking up the 3rd cup in a very controversial grand final finish. I think a lot of people, I want to say, regardless of their thoughts, it was definitely an enjoyable cup. Volume 3 was a lot of fun. And here we're going to try and beat that with Volume 4's cup as well, with 49 players registered, more than last week. So I did ask more you guys to jump in. I know you guys could do it. Thank you very much. We can still beat that score coming into next month as well. But 49 still a decent amount of players, of course, considering we just had the SEAO Cup for May, right? So obviously a lot of players might be a bit fatigued coming into this one here, N-Guy. But again, we've got 2 amazing semi-final matches coming these guys' way. And who we're going to see here coming back and some new returning faces.
That's right. I mean, the names we have here today are like familiar names, right? I mean, everyone knows Stickies, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows Andoru when he was an MS member. So those are 2 names that I would like to look out for, and I'm interested to see how they do tonight.
And not to mention as well, of course, in our first semi-final, Silent Suzuka, first time here. Again, another Mana Surge Cup with another newer player making it to the top 4. Always exciting to see these guys, these newer players, make it here and show everyone their worth and prove their worth here in this competitive scene. And in our second semi-final, up against everyone's favorite Underu, it is going to be Sky Bear Bear returning. Yes, it's still Sky Bear Kuma, but we're calling it Bear Bear because, it's in the name. We got to do it. We're going to do it for the man. He did complain about it last week, so we must have it okay. At least that's how things work with casting, right? But great to see him back again, challenging for that spot and seeing if he can maybe rise up to the occasion and make it to grand final stage. Like we saw with Nightfall last weekend as well, where we saw him have a great semi-final run, just be able to make the grand final, but just miss shy. I think Sky Bear might be able to take the win this time in the grand finals instead, but there's no slouch taking on Andrew and even potentially even LB Stickies, who's already taking out one of these Darkness over Velsar Cups before in Volume 2, looking to get a second one here to his name as well.
That's right. I mean, this is the top 4, man. All the players in top 4 are monsters, guys. Like, I mean, we may not be SVO, but we have pretty good players playing in these cups. Like, even our champion for May, right? Everybody knows Stakes. He plays in MS Cup all the time as well. So
as a matter of fact, he's a big member of the Mana Surge.
Yeah, right. He shows up every week. Yeah. So if you want to test out your skills, right, MS Cup is definitely the place because the people here are all strong. You know, you're not losing out, spending some time to test your decks in MS Cup.
And
but
we're going to
anyways,
start this one straight away here, and Guy, with our first semi-final best of 3 set here. Silent Suzuka, again, as mentioned, will be taking on LB's Stickies here for the very first matchup. Suzuka was running the Mysterio Rune, Bike Dragon, and Evo Blood. Evo Blood getting banned out, while Stickies has the second forest, another Bike Dragon. Know you guys looking forward to this mirror matchup we got right now, and the Amulet Haven banned as well. But yes, we are starting off here with your Bike Dragon mirror match. Suzuka's viewpoint for the game as well, starting off as the first turn, Stickies for the second as well. And again, I think this is going to just come down to just what they put on the deck right here. And Guy, I mean, very similar decks, if not the same deck coming out. And it's a battle of resources.
Yeah, I mean, wow, look at the hands of these two players, though, both with the turn 3 Reggie guaranteed. Not so much so for Stickies, because he's going to probably go for Oracle this turn first, and then Reggie into rearing if he wants the second ramp. But over here on Silent Suzuka's side, no reason not to drop the Reggie on turn 3. Not going to be able to get like a HP boost, but it is a 4/2 and a ramp. So both players quite neck and neck right now. But you know, Silent Suzuka has 2 things on the board, and if you don't start dealing with the Reggie, it could get really bad.
But another Reggie's going to come up again with the Dragon Ring, Searing, a similar type of play, a little bit extra help, but not the damage. But as you mentioned, right, Guy, now it's on the side of Suzuka to just pushing that damage. It's 5 damage going to face straight away with a Roy coming out as well for another play point. So at the moment, a huge tempo advantage on the side of Suzuka that Sticky's going to have to try and respond to. Does have first Evo available here, of course, being that second player, but opts to Evo the Reggie here first to get 5/5.
This gives him access to Tiamat, so Tiamat can clear 2, and he can probably trade over the Roy if he so chooses. And I'm pretty sure he will, because there's no reason not to. This might decide to go face. He's pushing mad damage this turn. Going 10 damage on turn 5. On turn 4, actually. I'm so sorry. It's turn 4. That's insane.
Yeah, this is MS Cup, baby. This is what we're here for already. I mean, this is a way to wrap up the week already. Having the likes of a Reggie here, 10 and 10 buffed up, of course, with the Evo as well. Just a half healthier opponent this early on. Because why not? Again, like we said, Sticky, already a cup winner here, looking for a second one to his name. And a great response coming out for Stickies, but Suzuka, again, plenty of options, having his own team out being hovered here as well. Wings of Tomorrow available too.
Yep. Decides to devote a Roy first. Probably going to Wings. This indicates a Wings play, I suppose. Yeah, I think he's going to go for it. Like there was no better way to clear the 10/10. Does go for it. Now he has access to Tiamat, Reggie. Tiamat for the heal is what he goes for, and we'll see how Stickies deals with this board.
The heal is
access to Georges.
Quite a bit.
That's a card.
Exactly. So you got 3 left, and yeah, they just drops another one. Because why not? Wormfire's going to come out first. And remember that 10 damage from last turn? I mean, it's not going to be exactly that, but it's getting scary. It's getting a little bit full on.
Yeah, look at this. It's going to evolve that. Going to trade it in. Not trade it in, sorry. It's going to go face. What am I saying? Going to do 7 damage. And if he doesn't clear the board, Georges can take the game next turn. Oh, draws into a Jerva.
Jerva's nice, but probably not what he wants now.
See right now. Yeah.
Definitely not what he wants now. I mean, it's probably going to have to be a teammate here, right? I'm going to assume to try and get some of that health back and try and neg out some of the followers. The problem is it's not going to clear.
You can summon Quixotic Adventurer, and then ram the Jerva into the 7/5 Reggie. You would have to make sure to clear the Quixotic by evolving it and trading into the Georges, though, for you to get the 5 damage proc from Jerva, and that will clear the board for you. But that really gives your opponent a huge momentum swing. So it might not be what he wants to go for here. We'll have to see. Well, I mean, he traded into the Reggie to make her 2 HP, so this might be a Jerva play. We'll have to see. Because Jerva does 2 damage to all other followers on Evo, so could be. Oh, okay. So decides to go for the play I previously mentioned. It's probably gonna trade this into the Reggie.
Yeah.
And Jorva's probably gonna go into the 2-3.
All right, so he is gonna keep himself in this game for now, but again, he's only on 5 HP. He's not been able to heal that back up, I believe.
Wait, what? Huh? That's game. Wait, what?
Maybe a misplay. I mean, again, the timer being a factor, and again,
he must have been so stressed there.
For competition. So again, Sticky's going to get himself an easy first win there in this best of 3 set. Looking to get himself to the grand final stage, nice and early on with that Bike Dragon deck. Again, a mirror match that might be fun for some people, maybe not for some others. I mean, I'll leave that up to debate, but definitely one of the scariest decks in the meta at the moment. Sticky's piloting that perfectly. And now she's going to get this win here with that second fire. Suzuka is going to try and run it back with the Bike Dragon once more. But yeah, I think maybe there, Ngai, might have been some of that pressure getting Suzuka there. Of course, that timer that came up and being in this type of competition, maybe not used to that type of pressure as well. Definitely threw him off. But even still, he still has another chance here to try and bring himself back.
I mean, Silent Suzuka is a new name to this top 4, right? We haven't really seen his name around so far yet. So, understandable. It's pretty high pressure, especially playing in a tournament with so many strong players around. But looking at his hand now, it's not too bad. Has an Oracle to work with, has a Reggie, even got the Roy. So it's not looking too bad. On the side of Stickies, though, he has the Arya, so he gets to play the game.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got a turn for it. I mean, last week we had some issues with some guys trying to start, not like, I think both major forest decks, both the Loxus Forest and Second Forest. We had quite a few players had some issues with that, but looks like the Shadowverse gods are being nice to us tonight. Looks like we're going to be able to actually get these guys out nice and early on. And Second Forest, again, one of these nice, reliable decks out there at the moment. Great for rotation, of course, heals, and that instant second pop can be something scary as well. But again, Suzuka's going to have to try and get himself in the right mindset to try and take this one out here. Again, of course, already being a game down. And Stickies, of course, is not going to let up any of that pressure, knowing that he might be able to get himself a clear 2-0 run into the grand finals.
Yeah, and now he has to make a choice, right? Does he ramp or does he clear the board? Decides to ramp. Okay, so goes for the Roy. Chooses not to Evo, I'm assuming. He was hovering over it for a second there, so...
I mean, you got to know that, right? Like, it's a dragon player, he has to ramp, right? It's in his blood. Like, if you're playing dragon, you got ramp and everything else. You have to ramp. Like, you have to do it.
Right. I mean, you're not wrong, but,
That doesn't necessarily make it right. Doesn't make it right. But, as you mentioned as well before, Guy, Arya finally coming out on board. So we're going to finally start up the fairy rotation of 1-pings. Definitely annoying, especially for likes of I want to say Bike Dragon to kind of put up with here. When again they're still trying to set up, but the Tiamat is a nice addition in hand to quickly try and deal with that and pretty much restore all the damage dealt last turn.
Yep, and as a result of him ramping the previous turn as well, he gets more access to all the Oracle that draws him a card, and now gets the Razia off of it for next turn. Can even choose to go for Gandagoza as well. So he's not out of the game yet. So let's see what he goes for here. Probably has to heal one of them. The question is which one, right?
Yeah, I think so too. And guy, I heard some whispering in the winds that apparently the man himself, the Fist of Rage, was slightly important today. Early today.
Did you not catch the replay?
Unfortunately, again, as I mentioned, this Mother's Day, I was out there celebrating my mum, and also, again, maybe something to do with F1s, but we don't talk about that. But I did see some things on Twitter, and it seems a lot of people are very happy with Fist of Rage, and have definitely don't hate him. Obviously,
right?
There's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, there's nothing to hate of that card, man. Like, it's great. It's so great. It has his own emote, man. It has a Pipe emote.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? It was Grimnir last weekend. It's Fist of Rage.
Fist of Rage this weekend.
That's just how it be.
Speaking of which, here it comes.
That's
a lot of damage.
Hey, Twitch, like 12 damage to face for attacking.
Oh, look at that!
I love that.
That's perfect. It's perfectly fair card design, man. I don't know what you're talking about, bruh.
There's a great poll up right now about who you think will win. Obviously, hit that up, guys. But if I may book it up another poll just after this, let's put up a poll. Do you think Fist of Rage, good old Gandoza, is a great card and should be left in Shadowverse? Hit that as a yes or a yes. Hopefully, the two options end up being put up, but we'll have to see. All jokes aside, it is going to be dealt with. A little HP is going to come back as well. But again, 12 damage is a lot to come back from. The only advantage is that with him gone, again, Suzuka's stuck here with an open board with nothing to play with.
Yeah, and I mean, he does have the Georges and an Evo, so it's not out of the game. He's not out of the game yet. Still, not looking too good. Once he expends like his current hand, he's probably not going to get any more new resources. Yeah, that's not what you want to see, huh?
I mean, it's definitely going to have to be that gorgeous, and might be time for Ryza to come out. I mean, we missed Ryza last week. I actually didn't think we saw much of Black Dragon at all last week, so going to be interesting to see how he plays around with this. Of course, the Dragon Oak is still in hand as well for that extra draw to see what else he can try and find out of the deck.
I mean,
but the 4 is going to be big, and I mean, if
he's not going to play this turn.
Okay, so he's going to put up a strong Ryza. Okay, he's looking to maybe Evo the Wormfire. I was honestly expecting Ryza, but I mean,
Wormfire. Why would you not Evo Razia? Evolving Razia threatens lethal, right?
Okay, yep.
Oh, there he goes. Yeah, okay. So he noticed.
So he's going to go for that. So of course, that's going to go to 7, and if anything else that runs into it's going to be 8. So Sticky's is in big trouble right now. Of course, a big follow to deal with. As far as I'm aware, and I don't believe this deck normally runs any type of banishing cards. So he's going to have to eat that damage to face.
Yeah, Seka can clear the Razia for 7, so he's still safe. Hanging on a thread though, he'll have 1 HP after this. So
he's still safe, guys. As we cross our fingers, he's still safe. But it's like he's going to try and just rotate a lot of these Sekas at the moment.
I think he might be trying to push for lethal. Yeah, especially when he gets 20, it's over, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be big.
That was 20, right? That was 20 on the dot? Yeah, it was 20 on the dot.
I think it was, yeah. So Rise is going to go see you later. And is that 11 directly? That's 11 directly. That's exactly the amount. And the LB Sticky is going to go to your grand finals with a nice, crisp, clean 2-0.
Yeah, and it was kind of sus of us, man. We didn't check how many followers were being removed. I only checked it once I realized what he was going for.
Hey man, we're seeing that this big buff dude doing like 12 damage to face. We're gonna get the priorities. We're gonna get the priorities.
Did you see that small fox girl though? She did 11 though. It was pretty close. It could have been 16, but my man Stickies doesn't BM, so
no, he doesn't need to. He's just like, I just need the exact amount. Need that exact amount. Give me that second cup now, boys. Don't already got one before 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Give me that other one. Let's go. But there you go. LB Sticky is going to be going into your grand finals, of course, the winner of that first semi-final. Kind of sad to see Shawn Suzuka drop out that early on to a 2-0, but even still, great showing for them. Got themselves here, of course, into the semi-finals, which is no small feat in a Mana Surge Cup. I mean, you're just talking about yourself, right? And guys, some of the top caliber players we get week in and week out here for the Mana Surge Cup. So being able to make it here is small achievement at all. So hopefully we can see them again coming back into the next cup we have. And that kind of sets up our next semi-final here as well. And guys, Sky Bear, of course, returning from last week's Darkness over Velsar Mana Surge Cup, taking on Andrew. It's great to see him back in action here for the top 4 series as well. Sky Bear basically running the exact same deck lineup, but is going to swap out the Seka Forest deck they brought last week for a Bike Rune deck this time around. Still going to bring in the Bike Dragon and Evo Blood, pretty staple decks in the current meta. As Andrew is going to bring in that Seka Forest, the Artifact Portal, and the Mad Lad is bringing OTK Dragon instead of the Bike Dragon as well. I'm pretty keen to see that. I mean, I remember that first came out, absolute nightmare to deal with, but now, always great to see the giant fish come out and slap some opponents around with some easy wins.
Oh, man. I haven't seen Andor play in a bit, so this should be a treat for me as much as it is for everyone else. And I'm kind of surprised to see Fish Dragon this time. Like, how long has it been since you've seen that deck, Baz?
I mean, I won't lie. I may or may not be playing that in unranked for fun at the moment.
Wait,
when I get
what?
the
Excuse
challenges.
me? Is there something I should know?
Dragon.
Is there
Unranked,
something
not
I should
ranked.
know?
Unranked, not ranked. Okay, let's. Okay, I got it. I'm always the blood one trick. I got myself to master doing it. Okay,
I don't know. I mean, I heard something about
but,
Fish Dragon.
But
what's going on?
OTK Dragon. It's been a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. You shove a Grimnir in there as well because of course,
right? Because why not, right?
Of course you do. But yeah, you're chucking some great neutral followers. Of course, there's some very strong neutral followers to have in your deck at the moment. I said the Goblin Queen. Big example, Combustion Demon, another great neutral card to have. Chucking some of those great fillers, and of course your Encounters of the Deep, the Giant Fish, your Gabriel, of course, as well, to make sure you can get that exact 20 if you need it. And yeah, it's still pretty good. I mean, again, it's not exactly a tier 1 deck. I'm not out here saying it's a tier 1 deck.
Oh man, definitely, man. I mean, if it was tier 1, we would have seen it this Sunday, but we didn't.
That's true. But, I mean, speaking of, I mean, where's my Voltio blood, lads? I heard something about the Gambler back in action.
Man.
I know why, and it's the PSA we brought up last weekend for the kids.
Nah, man. I heard it. I heard like it made it to a tournament, a Japanese day 2, a Japanese tournament day 2. So yeah.
Well,
the guy brought what was it? Voltio and I think Winds of Chaos. Winds of Chaos. See, I'm scared now because I might say Wings of Chaos, and then like Twitch is gonna burn me to the ground.
Remember what we said last weekend, guy? Remember what you said? You get one mistake and then you're done. That's how Reddit Shadowverse works, and that's how every other esports league works. So that's how we do it here. But yeah, guys, we are still getting ready, prepared in the background for this matchup. The guys are just getting themselves organized here for that second semi-final. Again, the game was a little bit fast. The series was a little bit fast, especially compared to last week.
Yeah, right.
Amazing best of 3. Every single semi-final and grand final was straight to the last game. Down to the wire. It's absolutely fantastic. If you missed any of that action after this stream, or maybe a little bit later in the week, whenever you're free, definitely go check out that VOD. It had some amazing games. You don't want to miss out, of course, when that VOD eventually goes under. Thanks to Twitch's great video hosting services. All jokes aside, though, go check that out. It's a lot of fun here, but as we mentioned, still plenty of great fun action. Still heading your way for the Volume 4 Thunk's Over Velsar Cup here so far. We're getting ready for Sky Bear taking on Andrew. Of course, the winner of this game will be going up against LB Stickies. As Sticky looks to add a second Thunk's Over Velsar Cup to his collection, I want to say, of trophies that he's starting to build up for himself here. And again, with the decks he has available, and I guess how strong he came out of the gates, he's got a very good chance.
Well, anyways, Baz, the bans are in, and on Skybear's side, we will see the Dragon being banned, and on Andrew's side, we'll see Forest being banned, which means we get to see Bloodcraft and Runencraft taking on Andrew's Dragoncraft and Portal. So, we have an interesting variation of decks today. No Forest this time. What do you think? You rooting for your Blood Boys? Or,
I mean, I gotta root for my Blood Boys. I mean, Sky Bear put on a show for us last week, just missed out on the grand finals, and not just to mention Evo Blood, but the Bike Rune deck as well coming out. So, gonna assume, of course, it's not gonna be the usual Spellboy. It's not gonna be the Mysteria, which unfortunately we missed out on as Suzuka had that deck, so we're not gonna see it again 2 weeks in a row. Very sad, but keen to see these ones in action. But again, Andrew, of course, another fantastic player. Bringing the OTK Dragon, as we were just talking about, very keen to see that one in action as well, especially when we're used to seeing Bike Dragon 24/7 everywhere. And guy, I'm sick and tired, man, of these bikes. I'm sick and tired of these big buff dudes beating up my like girl leaders. It's not good. We're gonna get Fish out here instead, man. We're gonna have.
So you want to see Fish beat up your girl leaders? Then I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a clip by the internet. We're getting ready for semi-final 2 now, guys. It's gonna be the viewpoint of Sky Bear taking on Andrew here, guys, and. Again, going to be another fantastic matchup, but it's going to be that Bike Rune taking on the OTK Dragon to start things off here. And, I'm keen to see where this one comes along. Again, as you mentioned, Sky Bear swapping out the second Forest for the Rune deck here. So you must be pretty confident in running this one instead of the Forest. When, again, we talked about
when you see Miser, when you see Miser turn 1, you're definitely confident, man. Look at that. Yeah. It's giving me flashbacks to last week, man. This happened multiple times, And,
PTSD, man. PTSD.
Andrew's gotta be feeling sweaty right now. Look at this.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of looking back to a certain similar deck, isn't it? And guy we saw last week, where it's just a rush of low-cost followers that ended up just destroying the board. And it's looking like we might get something similar the way things are going. It's getting very, very scary for Andrew here.
Andrew is not going to be able to clear the entire board, so a Terra Nova can come down. And if oh man, look at this, Bez.
Terra Nova again. Terra Nova makes the return. I just knew, it must be that key card, man. It's just got to be that hot tech. Like, why aren't we running Bike Rune, man? Who cares about Spell Boost and Mysteria? Get the boys back,
And as far as I know, Fish doesn't play any Georges, so you're not going to be clearing this board this turn.
Yeah,
gosh.
Combustion Demon would have been nice if you could summon both of them. Unfortunately, that's not going to be happening. Rowan's Raw going to come out with the Archangel of Remembrance.
Oh no, what is going on?
Isn't going to be able to banish anything though. So going to be able to clear the 1/2 Scrap Golem. Because that real big dangerous threat, that 1/2 Scrap Golem, that's
this is lethal though. So yeah, I'm not too sure what he was doing there. There were definitely other plays he could have gone for, like the Wings and the Combustion Demon. Not sure whether he gave up or something, but that was definitely weird. So,
or maybe just not something he's considering. I mean, when he only had the Combustion Demon in hand, again, maybe saving that for the 7. I'm not too sure. But as you mentioned, the end guy. I mean, because of that, Sky Bear is going to be like, all right, mate, that's fine. That's fine. You don't want to deal with the board. You don't want to respect my board. That's fine. I'm going to end the game and pick up again another fast victory here. 1-0 for Sky Bear against Andrew with this Bike Rune end guy. What in the world is happening tonight, man? Like last weekend, stretched out, fantastic matches. This weekend, I'm going to beat you in 3 turns, mate. You're done. You're done.
Yeah, I mean, it was technically 5 turns, but I get what you mean. Those matches are going too fast. I guess this is what happens when you roll as Runecraft, huh? When you really do roll.
And this is the second week in a row that we've seen this the aggression, I want to say, coming out of this Rune deck as well. Again, it's reminiscent of like your OG aggro Shadows and Bloods, man. It's very, very scary. And when a lot of these decks, I want to say lately, are definitely, you have to build them up right, and it takes a while to get them going. If you got a deck like this out of nowhere that's just going to run rampant, it's a very great counter deck to have in these best of 3 series.
That's true, and if you're under right now, you gotta be thinking about how you can bounce back, because man, the last deck you gotta have to deal with is Evo Blood, and it's no slouch either, right?
Evo Blood is a fantastic deck. It's arguably the best deck in the game, end guy. I mean, come on, it's no bias.
Totally not biased commentary, right? Like
totally not biased commentary.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes here.
Yeah, Sky Bear taking on Andrew for the second match here in this best of 3 set. Of course, Sky Bear match point right now, looking to take on LB Stickies in our grand final for the Vol.4 Darkness over Velsar Mana Surge Cup. But again, similar issues I'm seeing here, Nguy. The likes of Andrew not really having enough to play with. I mean, again, the Combustion Demon is very nice to have.
Yeah. Denies the
finally dropping it early, and able to deal with the Vampiric Bloodbinder as well to stop the draw. Very, very nice. But now you're just going to drop Halicina. Is that how you pronounce it? Halicina? I was ready to butcher it. I'm not going to lie. And she's a bloody nightmare. She is like, you leave her and you're done. You have to get rid of her as soon as possible.
And
luckily,
that's what Underwood does.
There's hey man, have you seen Resolve of the Fallen? Seen this card before? I know you got it in hand. It's a pretty cool card, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Now he's got to turn 4, 2-headed Scorpion, going to get the heal and draw back, and that is a fantastic pickup. Picking up the Alizard, going to set himself up for the rest of the game. I say that, but of course there is another Combustion Demon in hand that can quickly make work of that last words. But that's the first ping onto Laura. But so far, this is looking like a great start here for Sky Bear with the Evo Blood. But Andrew's going to ignore it.
All right. I mean, I respect that.
Yep. I mean, next turn he's going to get a double combustion demon, right? So, going to be very strong. But it's turn 5. It's Evo Blood. It's going to be a Thunderbolt Fiend. This card is absolutely insane. I love this card so much. Getting the big 3 damage, getting the heal, getting 2 draws as well, back-to-back turns. And of course, the stat line. I mean, such a strong 5. I mean, I would say arguably one of the strongest 5 mana cost cards in the game at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, every robot plays this card, right, for a reason. It fuels your Laura, it helps you search your deck. It's so good. It heals you, it does damage, it does everything.
It pretty much literally does everything except ramp, almost. It's like, it's pretty full on. And of course, because of that, you get your free Nerea on turn 6, ready to go for that free Evo. And again, one of these staple blood cards that we've had for quite some time. They're going to be very upset when we can't access Nerea at the moment. But I mean, getting these boards out can make or break games for the opponent. When an Evo Blood deck is able to get that Nerea out, maybe stack it up with some Combustion Demons or the like, it gets very hard to launch an easy comeback here. Turn 8 coming out for Andrew, and
I mean,
yeah, at the moment, it's a bit stuck. I mean, this is counting from the deep and Archangel.
I mean, he can clear the board. He can definitely clear the board. It's not too difficult, actually. It's just a matter of how he wants to order it. Because at the very least, he can do the encounters, and then he can do wings. But if encounters hits the it didn't hit. Well, I'm sorry, Andrew, I jinxed it. But so he can still play the wings. He's not out of it yet. But decides not to. It's gonna go for the Archangel of Evocation.
I mean, I can understand that. Gets the health back, right, and puts him into the max health range. And when he's got a dragon spawning sitting there as well to reset himself, I mean, again, it uses up a turn of 5 amulets. But if he can survive that turn, lots of draw, lots of healing back, and of course, having over the 20 HP line as well is going to help him out a fair bit in an Evo Blood matchup.
So we'll have to see what Sky Bear goes for here. Sky Bear Kuma. Sky Bear. Decides to go for the resolve, and then goes into Laura. This one has Storm, right? And the Evo. Yep. Yep. 10 damage, just like that.
Such an easy card to pull out in this deck, Laura. It's a fantastic card. Turn 9.
Oh dear, look at that.
Yeah, it's not going to be the Dragon Spawning. It's going to be the Wings of Tomorrow. It's going to be the Grand's Resolve.
It hits.
Actually, okay.
All right.
Gonna drop that. I mean, I can still Evo Archangel and deal with this board still very nicely. Able to get again another +5, looking for that 30 HP. But again, while you're doing that, you're just setting Evo Blood up for more Evos. Of course, the opposite of that is next turn.
Oh, he decides to abandon the fish.
Not. Okay, I'm honestly very surprised he did that.
He's probably aiming for a Grimnir finish, but I don't know whether he can do it though. You need to clear the board and then you can play your double Grimnirs.
I mean, he's going to need one more, and the problem is you're looking for the Grimnir finish. So is the Blood, the Evo Blood, and the problem is Evo Blood can do it a hell of a lot faster. Grimnir already active and ready to go. Could honestly probably be dropped now and looking to the Voella, and even if you don't kill him, you're pretty much set for next turn anyway. Yeah, you got 6 next turn. I mean, you still got the draw for Well. You could draw another one. You could draw another Grimnir even. Like, there's so many top cards you could just bring out here to help end the game.
Well, I mean, this deck is top tier for a reason, right? It's meta for a reason. Yeah, it can get the kill so many different ways.
And you got a question as well, Andrew. Again, OTK Dragon's definitely working for the man. Obviously, he got himself here to that top 4 semi-final spot. But running it back-to-back, I mean, I got to question it a little bit because he's got to get that win anyway. But it's definitely not looking the best for him here. The Evo, for Voella coming out. Gonna play
here it comes.
There. The second one's going to hit. So, again, he's going to survive on 5 HP.
Oh, things are not looking good. In fact, I don't see a single way in which he survives the next turn.
He's going to have to send out his Grimnir, run that Evo in, and potentially play his other Grimnir just to deal with the board.
Oh, man. If you're under, you got to feel like kicking yourself right now.
Okay, so actually going to not do that. Curse Fury into the Dragon Spawning. It's okay, guys. You can teleport 2K Dragon. What are you talking about? Picks up the Vampiric Bloodbinder as well. But again, 5 HP on board. Heavenly House.
I mean, he's alive.
Match. And as you say, Andrew, he's gonna. Edgar, he's gonna actually be able to finish this game here.
Wait, I don't see the lethal though. Only 1/6 gets Storm, so he's still alive, I think.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I meant to say he's gonna keep himself in the game. That's how 3 hours.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
That's how it be.
Oh.
But yeah, even still, this is it's luckily able to get the dragons spawning out. This is what we're talking about, right? Setting up the 2 Archangels before to be able to. Well, he's not going to get into that over 20 HP line, but he still has another one in hand. He might be able to keep himself alive with, because again, Heavenly Howl has to be able to run into something to be able to get Storm. So he could potentially delay that out, and nothing else in hand has Storm and can run in yet. Of course, he's going to be wary of the other Grimnirs hiding in the back, but if he's able to keep his health up, he might just be able to outlast it.
Yeah, but he still has to draw a second Grimnir or another encounter though. Like, he's not out of the woods yet. He'll definitely get some HP back, and he'll definitely be able to play the game a bit more, but he's not exactly in a good spot. Plays the Vampiric Bloodbinder, so I'm assuming the 6 comes down this turn? No, decides to go for the 2-headed Scorpion. Clears the Grimnir and allows Under to heal up. Okay. So this is 8. Is 8 HP heal, and so
double.
Do you see what I see?
Yeah, double Grimnir. There's an account from the deep. Zolgania is going to come out, and
it's over. I can't believe it. He drew into lethal. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew, against all the odds, is going to look to bring himself back here and even up the scoreline. Sky Bear Andrew now going to be 1-1 going into the match point before grand finals. We're going to take on
Believe in the heart of the cards.
Yep.
Just draw into your third Grimnir. It's all good. I mean,
that is a huge victory, and I'm right here, right now, as well. And Guy, I mean, Evo Blood into Artifact Portal. I love me some Blood. Don't get me wrong. I think most of you guys have heard that old record by now. But Artifact Portal, definitely one of those decks I want to run into Evo Blood, because it's a pain. And really, Artifact Portal has a strong chance, I think, mostly always to take out Evo Blood.
Well, with a hand like that, you're looking pretty, man. Oh, gets the Spinaria on top of that as well.
Man, okay, guys, get the Spinaria account ready, because...
Are you ready to count for lethal?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. So of course, there's plenty of different combos here. Of course, Magna Zero being a great finish, of course, having to activate Resonance enough. But when you're rotating this fast, of course, the artifact spam as well, very difficult to deal with. And of course, everyone can't forget the Belphegor combo. Oh, sorry, the Belphegor, the Big Dragon Man combo. I've just had a mental blank. But you guys know what
Dragon Man.
Big Dragon Man.
I see you.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically what he is, right? It's basically the same.
He's just a big dragon man. Yeah,
that's it. He's just been hitting the gym. He's that's why he's big and swole. Protecting all his artifact buddies. I say protecting, but he just nukes them because he thinks it's funny. But Bloodfall going to be used out to clear out the 2/3 ward. The first Alazard going to come out here. Hopefully, going to see a little bit more play in this game. They're going to be banished out, and okay, Bahamut guys. There you go. So I had to see the card, but there you go.
Not what you want right now, though. It's looking pretty. It's looking like he's gonna have to trade his 2/2 into another of the two. The suspend. What's he going for?
Okay.
All right. Fixed analyzing artifact. And
I can get
probably
behind
have
that.
to trade one of the 2/2s away.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna have to deal with them eventually, right? So
definitely.
I mean, it's a matter right now of, do you deal with the Alazard who's going to come back later anyway, or do you deal with the Bloodbinder who gives your opponent a draw? I mean, I would deal with the Alazard, is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth right now. Because or you could just go face, really, if you just want to ignore it. That's a possibility as well.
True.
Of course, though, that opens up some Evo possibilities and potentially looking towards Allura a little bit later on.
Oh, he can't make up his mind. Okay, decides to trade the Vampiric Bloodbinder. And plays the Elemental Brink. Also, he clears them both. Alright, so he spends the Brink just to clear the board. understandable play actually, and that was not looking too good. This hand is actually pretty bad, right, Beth?
Yeah, it's
Not what you want to see right now.
It's not good at all. I mean, you could use the Bloodsoak Archdemon. You get a
Oh man, Beth, that did not just happen, Beth.
That's a top deck. That's what you want.
That's rough.
Nice 5/5 follower. Going to slightly delay the draw potential, of course. The problem is with this deck is that there's so much in it that dealing with 1 or 2, it's only going to be a slight delay, and might not really keep you in it. But, every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. Kitty Cat Arsenal being picked up as well. Great to see that little spell.
He had to drop his Miriam for it, though. Oh, that's got to feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's okay. He thinks it's okay. I mean, he's probably got 2 more in the deck, right? So,
sure.
Might think that I can deal with not having it in hand for now. But the problem is, you got to find it now. So,
he doesn't just have to find it. He has to find a factory, man. No factory, no game, man. Oh, that was rough.
And speaking of, remember our friend Thunderbolt Fiend? Yeah, I thought he'd make a comeback. Little comeback tour here. Going to completely restore health, get a nice draw for Bloodful, and set up the Nerea for next turn as well. So,
speaking of,
yeah,
no hesitation, just plays it.
It's your power, man. You call those top decks, man. They seem to
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. I can't control my power sometimes.
You got to respect that caster ability, end guy. You're only training. You're learning. You're getting there.
I'm not too sure I'm ready for this. It's too much responsibility. But anyways, as you said, Nerea is coming down, and this board is looking really scary.
This is what I was talking about last game. This is the problem. If you're able to get out that Nerea Thunderbolt Fiend combo while keeping Fiend out and have a big board like this, it becomes next to impossible for a lot of decks to deal with here. There's so many beefy followers. Not to mention that Behemoth is still, still doing 1 ping damages, but some of these followers going in, that's going in multiple times, man, and it's going to be able to get followed up with next turn pretty much straight away. So Kitty Cat Arsenal is going to come out. Some great hits, and of course, the 3/1 Ancient Artifacts are great, but again, Behemoth instant clear, right? It's just going to deal with it. Kitty Cat Arsenal, though, is going to be able to deal with it.
Second one. Thank God he drew to the second one, right? If not, it would have been a really awkward trade. Now he can trade freely, generate some resources while he's at it. And, maybe you want to get a heal as well. You're not looking too healthy, sitting at 9. Actually, in range of lethal, if, someone...
I just love that Andrew is going to prove me wrong, man. He did it last game, and now...
he's going to do it again?
There is another Spinaria ready to go as well, whenever Andrew wants to drop that one. Pretty much expect to see Ancient Artifact run into the Alizard here as well, but... Could be deciding on a different play as Immobilized Factory does come out.
I mean, he's got to start building back his stack of Paradigm Shifts, right? So that's probably what he's looking to do. Yeah. Place a Spinaria.
It was the Artifact Carrier that was dropped out there as well. Technomancer. Of course, just an amazing portal card in general, just being able to clone out a lot of your Artifact followers nice and easily. The problem is going to discard one off the top, but I mean, with what he's got in hand, I think he's feeling pretty at the moment. Unless, of course, he does drop that Magna Zero, right? That's definitely when he doesn't want to. That's a problem.
I mean, has anyone been keeping track of the resident count? What's it even at right now? Let me see.
8.
Residence count is at 8. That's pretty near the danger zone, man. The danger zone is coming soon, man. It's definitely something you might need to look out for. At 10, it does 10 damage to the whole board. Not something you want to deal with, honestly speaking.
Yeah, and now it's on the side of Sky Bear, just kind of debating what are the next, boys? What am I going for here? And I would say Combustion Demon. I think just you'll be able to clear the board, get 2 more extra Evos, which goes towards your game plan, right? And nice 5/5 followers on board. I mean, yes, they can have more targets for Portal to run into, but I mean, you're going to have them out anyway, right? You're going to have to put something down, and easy way to clear it is, Thunderbolt Fiend, you don't have any manual Evos left available, and Laura probably don't want to burn that out just yet.
Oh, okay, so he goes for the Combustion Demon. And what did he pick? He picked... Okay, so he picked He picked the Mystic Artifact for some reason. Because that gives... I mean, oh, he wasn't drawing the card either way, so I guess it didn't really matter. Oh, boy. Okay, so... Lots of options in his hand, huh? Goes for the Spinarius Artifact to start.
Yeah, nice and easy, right? Basically, zero cost, it gives you a free draw that you can just run straight in next to the effective mobilized factory. So not bad at all. And when you've got quite a few low cost, even zero cost paradigm shifts in hand, you've got quite a bit to work with here, especially with that Bahamut in hand.
Yeah.
So definitely looking to maybe go for that airstrike artifact play sooner rather than later. Of course, that can do some insane damage coming out. Not only because being able to run them in, then being self-destructed, then running even more in, of course doing extra damage off of Bahamut.
Don't tell me he has lethal. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think he might be going for it.
Yeah,
I was doing the math.
It's getting close. It's getting very, very close. He's gonna have to play
4, 6 plus 9. That's 15 plus 2. That's 17. I think that's Death Fast. I think that's lethal. It's only an issue of whether he has enough time to clear the combo.
And honestly, this is just paid.
Oh yeah. Okay, you got
just
it.
outright pain because there's Bahamut. There's your big 3 pings, and
that's 5 damage.
That's 5 damage. That's the final Evo going to come out here, and end guy.
He ran out of time. He ran out of time.
He ran.
No way, Bez! No way! I jinxed it! Bez!
And because of that, Bahamut's effect's not going to be active. Those Lauras are looking mighty fine right now to get your HP back in the action.
No way.
And that's 8 damage. If he can find 4 in a following turn, he might be able to turn this around and take it out. Laura. Of course, more Evos, definitely what he wants. Gonna run them in straight to face, of course. The Vengeance effect, just gonna be able to nuke the airstrike anyway. Yes, you take 2 to face, but you're healing it back up. Nice 4 HP back, and it followed up with a second Laura. And end guy, we were looking for Andrew. He definitely put in the time to think about. But the problem was that the brain thinking a little bit too big, too much IQ to handle. I think it just runs out of time to finish that one off. Andrew is going to be kicking himself right now. That is absolutely painful. Hovering the Mecha Arm mechanic though at the moment, so maybe send out some more artifacts. Artifact Carrier being hovered again, add some more as a paradigm shift, add some Radiant artifacts as well. Looking for the Storm play this way.
This is so bad. No.
So he's looking for the clear, and just a heads up as well, end guy.
I mean, artifact scan gives him 2 0-cost artifacts now.
Yeah.
He wants to go for it. Oh, and those are not the ones you're looking for, though.
I mean, airstrike is always
Wait a second. Oh, but he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough PP anymore.
He's gonna get another paradigm shift.
But what's the point? It's not enough.
And he's going to try and run in what he can. Ancient Artifact going to come in as well, just trying to build up some of those player points that maybe look for lethal. Of course, having Storm available, Technomancer, going to add an arm. But again, time being a big problem here for Andrew. Also, you got to watch out here, end guy, as well. This man's only got 8 cards left in deck because he's rotating through these super quickly. He's going to get the last airstrike.
I see the Silks in hand. Oh, what a way to lose the game. No.
Yeah, that's it. And while Andrew may fall here, end guy, a big, fantastic victory here for Sky Bear. Bear definitely going to be counting his blessings after this one. We're going to have controversy after controversy here in the land of the Mana Surge Cup. And Sky Bear returning for a second time in a row will make it here to your grand finals. We're going to take on LB Stickies here for the Volume 4 Darkness over Velsar Mana Surge Cup.
You
And,
hate to see this kind of thing happen, but
yeah, I mean, End Guy is so devastated, guys, that his camera died. That's how full on it is.
oh,
It's,
not this again.
it's
God, man.
yeah, it's
Alright.
you know how it be. You know how it be. I mean, I feel you, End Guy. You know, it's fine. It's fine. And, you know, you saw your man Underoos out there. He got the big F. You know, the big L. You know, whatever you want to call it. And
Oh.
yeah, I mean, that's just pain. I got nothing else to add to that. It's
That
just,
hurts. That hurts. I got nothing but pity. It just feels so sad. But props to Skybear. He saw the opportunity, he took it, and with that, he took the game and qualifies himself to play for the finals. And you know, his second try at NMS Cup, falling short last week to Ian. So we'll see how he does. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, again, another
finals
fantastic
against-
series though for this best of three here, and guy as well for semi-final two. I mean, again, of course, very upsetting that Andrew wasn't able to get through the grand finals, but Sky Bear, nothing to take away from him. Had a fantastic showing. That game one bike rune was terrifying. Again, seeing how deadly the aggression is out, because Andrew having a fantastic second game to bring him back into the series. But yeah, just running out of time, and Sky Bear having those resources available to capitalize and bring himself into the grand final. I mean, again, he's going to deserve a little bit of break here. He's getting towards the grand final, get himself prepared and organized to take on LB Stickies. Because Andrew is one thing, but LB Stickies, a man who's already won a previous Sunken Over Velsar Cup only a couple of weeks ago. This is definitely going to probably be his biggest challenge yet. And guys, as I mentioned, we are going to go to a very, very quick, short break as we get ourselves organized here for the grand finals for Volume 4 of the Mana Surge Cup, Darkness Over Velsar expansion set. We'll be back with Sky Bear taking on LB Stickies for your final best of three set here for this fantastic past week of Shadowverse. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in just a short moment with this amazing grand final set. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, once more to the Volume 4 Darkness over Velsar Mana Surge Cup. You're here for the grand final best 3 set here to wrap up a fantastic week of Shadowverse and to wrap up our Mana Surge coverage for the month of May as well. You're still joined here by Baz and N-Guy once more again, still for an amazing matchup here between LB Stickies and Sky Bear. LB Stickies just off of a 2-0, fast 2-0 win against Silent Suzuka, while Sky Bear just has come off of a 2-1 win against Andaru in the second semi-finals. And then, guy here, we're already in the lobby here, getting ready now for our next our grand final as well. Deck bans are coming through. Looking to see Sky Bear's rune is being insta-banned out. Not very surprising to see that after the last game. But Sticky can have his OTK Dragon, his Bike Dragon banned. And
I mean, both are terrifying decks.
That's true. And Aiming Haven, though, coming out into action tonight.
Oh, yeah. This is the first time we're going to see the Haven being played tonight as well. So it should be interesting to see. I'm just glad that Sky Bear's rune got banned, though. I mean, it's been on a streak since last week. It was in a mean streak, actually. Dude got, like, Miser turn 1 like 4 times or something.
Yeah, from something
some absurd number, right? So kind of nice to see someone take notice and be like, "Hey, this deck's a bit too good, isn't it?" Like he's drawing Miser.
Enough of that.
Like,
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
You know?
Stop. I'm just covering the camera at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's great to see that he's very strong on that, but is able to run it in now with his own Bike Dragon that we haven't been able to see tonight just yet. So that's fun to deal with. And of course, Evo Blood. But I mean, I think it's safe to say it's definitely LB Sticky's favorite matchup here. Again, I've mentioned a few times now, already a past cup winner with that Volume 2 win. So and obviously we've seen before as well, no stranger to top 4 action, to competitive action here in Shadowverse and in the Mana Surge Cup scene. I mean, Sky Bear, of course, we saw him last week as well. Great to have him back. So looking again to come back in off of the momentum we had last week and now off of this semi-final. But again, it's still going to be a bit of a climb. It's a big opponent he's going to take down here if he wants to take this grand final. And I mean, even deck matchups here aside, I think I still might be Sticky's favorite. I mean, Dissector Forest, the Amulet Haven, 2 decks that just Evo Blood alone absolutely despises and hates to deal with. So I think the Bike Dragon might help him a lot here, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see how he's able to play these ones out. As guys, we are getting ready now. We're jumping into our first grand final matchup here for tonight. Thank you very much for staying tuned with us here, guys. Hope you enjoyed all of the current action and, of course, this grand final set to wrap things up as well. Of course, we know we've had very long Shadowverse weekend. Of course, the SEAO SVO May Cup just wrapping up only a short number of hours ago as well. But thanks for tuning in, having some fun with us here, shooting the shit. And we hope to see you, of course, in future Mana Surge Cup events. But, Guy, like I said, getting ready here for grand final set from the viewpoint now of Stickies, starting off here with Amulet Haven running into Bike Dragon.
Yeah, and starting strong as well, going with Noah turn 1. It's always a good sign. Has the Prisma Plume Bird as well. Can trade that to get himself a nice turn for Sophina, excuse me. But yeah, looking pretty good on both sides, actually. They're playing really fast and they're not taking the time to think things through. Everybody knows what they want to play and they're just playing it.
I mean, we saw something similar to this, I think, last grand final set as well, didn't we, N-Guy, last week, where our
definitely.
First game, it was just instant cards, bam, 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 and by the final game, both players were pretty much running it down to the wire every single turn, because when you get to that final 1-1 and you're looking for that final win, that's when the pressure, the nerves hit the highest, no matter what
comes
skill cards
everyone's favorite, man. Turn Force.
Turn for Selena into instant artifact amulet disposal. Too much portal last game. Amulet disposal and some big damage as well coming out.
Yeah, and that's a really wide board as well. You're not clearing that without Georges, and guess what? He doesn't have a Georges, so
doesn't have a Georges. That's not right there, but I mean, it is going to be able to help absorb some of the damage here. But there's a Shady Priest.
Well, it's not looking good for for Sky Bear, but on the side of Stickies as well, he doesn't have any card draw anymore. That was literally his last draw, and now he has no more draw cards. So if he can weather the storm and survive the following like 2 turns, Sky Bear might actually have a chance to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, now more damage is going to come flying. I mean, that's big 6 though, heading straight into the likes of Stickies, but he's going to return with 6 of his own. Of course, the Unicorn ults are coming out. Unicorn will be so important for him very, very shortly with the Haven fight. But that's gorgeous. Just a little bit late. One turn late. That's fine. He's
Oh, that's not fine, Baz. It's not fine.
What do you mean? I mean, he got it. That's fine. Granted, to be fair, and at least he was able to draw the card this time. And we've had plenty of matches where it's like, if only you had this card. We're like 20 cards in, 9 turns later, we might see one of them when it's way too late. And it's just at that point, that's just when like the pain moment has just gone to just full depression. Like you're just done. You're just done.
Well,
like I'm never touching a card game again in my life until you beat up Shadowverse 5 minutes later. But that's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one. But as you said, so the Unicorn does come down, gives him extra 3 HP to work with. Maintaining the life against Space Dragon is really important. Bite Dragon, sorry. It's really important because they can burst you down really quickly. So you want to get the life bar up as much as possible. And now Sky Bear has to think about his next move because he's not in the overflow, and there's a 5/5 Unicorn to deal with.
Yeah, for sure. And like again, we're gonna remember though, we're here in game 1. And we're only in the first game in this best of. And again, what we talked about already, where it went really, really fast at the start, that game speed is just hit a roadblock. It's
slow down all the way down.
Quickly here. And this is when you can see, I guess, the gears turning in these guys' head because again, it's that one misplay can cost you everything, right? So that's what we have to worry about, and especially so when you've got an entire full hand here for the likes of Sky Bear to deal with. So you're gonna go for the Rowan's Roar, gonna go for that ramp, gonna get the Wrench Smith out as well, and gonna look to clear out the Unicorn. So again, going to deal with what's on board. Of course, there is a Holy Falcon spawning next turn, though, which could be evolved for that 4. And with a Haven Fire in hand, this could be looking to be the end of the game here, actually, Engo.
Yeah, well...
Yeah.
It's not... Okay, this is 2 damage, right? Oh, there we go.
No, that's it.
Yep.
So, there you go. That's, I mean, it wasn't as fast as some of the other games, but... I'd say still slightly quick here. Sticky's now going to get his first win here in the grand final set after a very small break. And now again, he's looking for that next cup here. Reminder, he already won Volume 2, so he's going to get 1 cup here to his name. And now Sky Bear has to maybe do the impossible here with the run back and win 2 in a row to make himself the winner of the Volume 4 cup. And Sticky side just got that, got that second forest ready to go.
Yeah, he's got to be feeling himself right now. That game it went his way all the way. And look at that. Look at his opening hand. I see a Wincon. And an Elf Queen to boot. Look at that.
He's going to be very happy. Yep, definitely going to hold on to those. First turn start going to be over to Sky Bear with that Evo Blood. And I'm going to say probably going to harm him actually here in Glade because especially as an Evo Blood player, you want that second turn start. You want that extra Evo point. That's literally, I mean, it's in the name, right? That's literally all you're going for. So, and especially there's a lot of great cards at that turn 4 point. You could Evo to keep yourself in it. Fuella going to be picked up now as well. Go for a search, a second Thunderbolt Fiend. That's going to be his turn 5 play for sure. But with Aria 1 turn away and Alberta already coming out as well, that's going to be in the back pocket of Stickies as well. Stickies is already setting himself up, hookline and sinker here for a potentially early game win. But Sky Bear has a huge board set up. The Hestelan Energy mentioned the end guy as well, and not going to be able to dealt with.
This is where the Elf Queen really comes in clutch, right? This is the whole reason why you play Elf Queen. It's like, you want to play Hesselena? I'll show you Hesselena. And look what happens now. Yeah. And just like that, the Hestelan's going to be cleared. The whole board's going to be cleared. And nothing remains except the Elf Queen. So, I don't think you have a choice but to play the Thunderbolt Demon right now to feed.
Yeah, I mean, the Thunderbolt Fiend would be coming out here anyway. I think either way. I mean, just getting that extra draw power is so strong in the hill, right? But gonna deal with that. Gonna get a +2 as well. Free pot of greed next turn. Of course, Alizard as well. Gonna be waiting in the wind.
What does that card do?
Yeah. Well, you see it, right? It's
what does pot of greed do?
We see actually. So it's a normal magic card, right? And you draw.
Right.
Two
What
cards.
does it do? Draw two cards.
Yeah,
That's pretty nice.
Okay, hang on. That's what you used to about 15 to 18 years ago. Now, what you do is you look at it and you start crying because the card's been unplayable for almost the lifespan of a lot of the players that play this game currently. So there you go. That's just a feeling to make us feel old if watching at home. And there you go. And that's from the man here in production who's the youngest. And I'm saying like that's how old it is. It's not good. It's not good, guys. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm actually older than Baz, and I mean, it's the beard, man. I swear, it's the beard.
Ironically enough, most people don't really get it, but I'm actually the youngest in, I think, the Shadowverse caster group. Like you count you count the actual like pro SVO caster guys, and of course some of us guys in the MS Cup stuff, and then I'm the youngest. So there you go. There's a tidbit of the day for you. Fairy Slugger gonna get dropped out. Another factoid for Baz. There you go. You don't really get many of those very often, so take that one for free, guys. You get your next one in about 6 months if you're lucky, if you be nice. Right. But yeah, Fairy Slugger gonna get some great heals and of course some great poke. We'll also deal with this board, I believe.
I mean, it's definitely going to be clearing the board this turn. But the problem is you don't really have your Sekkas, and this card is called Sekka Forest, right? So you kind of want to see your Sekkas at some point.
We're going to see a repeat, are we, of
the
Great Forest deck that wins without Sekka Forest. Although unfortunately that was a Loxus deck, not a Sekka deck. So
well, I mean, you can win without her. It's just significantly more difficult. And well,
but there's that Alberta again.
He's on his way. He's on his way.
Yep, that's
7 damage, right? Yeah.
And
look at that.
Bear is gonna get that top deck Nerea because, of course, whenever you want it. Apparently tonight you managed to pick that one up, and
yeah, I mean, that's been happening a lot, right, Baz? I mean.
I think it's literally happened every blood game. It's happened every blood game tonight. If you needed that top deck Nerea off the draw, you've got it. But the Alizard is actually going to come out instead. Maybe looking for the Blood Arts play. Another fantastic 1-cost spell. Of course, gets a free evolve into Alizard. 1 ping to all the enemy followers. And it's just an overall great card to have, especially when you can double ping it like this.
Well, I guess he values the Nerea, I guess. Saving it for next turn or potentially 2 turns later or something. Decides to go to double Alizard first.
Yeah. So I mean, to be fair, he is at those 4 Evos, 1 more, and there's a 1-cost insta-kill draw 2 spell that he's got 2 of in hand at the moment.
That's right.
So the problem is, though, he actually doesn't have any more cards to evolve with. So maybe a potential wrong. Maybe the Nerea might have been a better choice here, because then we would have been able to get the 5 Evos instead of 4.
I mean,
but
he can play the Nerea. But that's not too good either. Yeah.
Luckily, it ain't coming out this turn. But with 5 damage coming straight to face here, LB Stickies has all but locked in a game victory for himself here. It's literally down to this turn here for the likes of Skybear to bring himself back. The pain as well right now is that that 2-headed Scorpion would be nice, but it's a 7-cost follower. You're not going to get that to accelerate into the Nerea, but you are going to be able to get your other Alizard back out into play. Of course, that's going to bring out Resolve of the Fallen, though, which will actually bring out Nerea.
You can play the world, though, if you want.
That's also true.
It does heal you. Otherwise, if Stickies manages to run 5 fairies into you, you're going to die.
Yeah, that's very true. So, I mean, we'll have to see if he prioritizes the heal, if he prioritizes the Nerea. I mean, I think I'd agree with you there, End Guy, that the world is definitely the better option. He was offering Heavenly Howl there for a minute. That's definitely
I mean, that's definitely not what you want to go for,
That's
right?
not it, bro. That's not it, Chief. That's not what you want. But, I mean, I can understand why maybe in the situation the player could look at the Nerea, but
that's right.
Yeah, Zalgania is definitely the better play here.
Well,
but losing the Laura.
Well, let me just put it this way, Baz. 20 followers have left play.
Yep.
So
Does it really matter?
I think it's over. Actually, I'm 200% sure that we have a new MS Cup champion.
Well,
Let's give it up for him.
Yeah.
Because oh man, look at them exchanging BMs.
It is Deepwood as
I
well.
love it.
So,
I love it, man. I love it.
ladies and gentlemen, LB Stickies has done it once again.
Yo, he drew another bounce. Bez,
Yeah,
this guy's cheating. There's no way.
No, I think investigation, guys, need to sort that out. It all jokes aside.
This is BM.
LB
This is
Stickies
actually BM.
has done it again, ladies and gentlemen. Not back to back, but still either way, 2 Darkness over Velsar Mana Surge Cups in the pocket for this man here. He's going to take out the Volume 4 Mana Surge Cup Darkness over Velsar set here in spectacular fashion. Double 2-0 wins. The semi-final against Silent Suzuka and the grand final here against Sky Bear. Some fantastic work here coming out from the man himself. And Guy, what a showing. Double 2-0s again in the Mana Surge Cup. Again, not a small feat at all. But for LB Stickies, man, I think, again, this is another great stamp on his card. And, maybe getting himself ready for that next big SVO run.
I mean, today's games were really fast. And if those were any indication of his skill, that just means that, Stickies is ready, man. Look at him. He stomped both decks. I'm sorry, but that's what it looked like to me. He ran a train over the Blood and Dragoncraft today. Whoa. A really strong showing from him. But also props to Sky Bear. He's made it here to top 4 like 2 weeks in a row. So it's no small feat either. And props to the guy. Hopefully he shows up again next month. And maybe he can try for the next MS Cup. Yeah,
absolutely. And again, it's what we talk about every single time, right? We do this Mana Surge Cup. This is the place of opportunity. This is the best place to be for Shadowverse action, especially so if you're trying to be at your best for the big SVO event. So make sure, guys, you go and tune in. You go check out the Mana Surge Betterfy page, of course, Twitter and Discord, which we'll bring up in just a moment as well, to be involved in the action. But as you mentioned right in, Guy, to wrap things up, Sky Bear, fantastic showing. Hopefully see them again in another future top 4 set. LB Stickies running away with it. But again, still very happy to see Enderu's return here into a top 4. Been quite some time since we've seen him here. So great to see him once more. And of course, the new player, right? Silent Suzuka, their first time in a Mana Surge top 4. Again, another new player joining in the ranks. And I guess continuing that tradition, right, of being the opportunity not only for the veteran players, but for the newer players as well.
That's right. So once again, guys, if you're looking for a place to test out your skill, test out your decks against some of the best players in SEAO or even West, you look no further than MS Cup. We've got everything here. Come and give it a try.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, just, we are going to be on a very short break here, guys, as we get ourselves organized for next month's Shadowverse action as well. Of course, a mini expansion, as we mentioned, obviously just around the corner. Should be expecting that drop very, very soon as well. But we'll be back next month for the continuation of the Darkness over Velsar series. Probably will have our 5th volume cup here with that mini expansion. So have a look out for that. And of course, if you want to keep up to date with the latest news and updates about everything Team Mana Surge, you can do so over on Twitch, of course, here. You want to follow us here to catch up when we go live, not only for Mana Surge Cup streams, not only, of course, for MS organized special events, but for also when Keo decides to stream and forgets that he's on the Mana Surge channel. And then you get a 40-second VOD of him going, what the hell's going on? Oh, wait a minute. Of course, you want to see stuff like that as well. You can check that out.
Shout out to Keo, man.
Shout out to Keo. Fantastic. Put me on your podcast, by the way. Waiting for a year, just saying. But definitely go check that one out. Of course, follow us as well at Team Mana Surge over on Twitter for the latest news and updates. Of course, we post regular updates as well. Of course, our man Finalis in the back as always, back in the action. Great to have him back as well, working on Shadowverse stuff as well. Because you might have seen that Google Doc floating around, of course, on the Discord server and in the Twitch chat. If you want to see all the stats for today's action, of course, all the decks that came in, what people bought in, and the exact list, you can check them out over there as you get yourselves ready, of course, for the mini expansion. And we post regular meta updates as well. So go check out the Twitter there and, of course, our Discord where, of course, then guys, you mentioned, right, you had your 8-hour karaoke session, you guys.
Yeah,
Had
man.
on your 27-hour, your 48-hour, 7,000 hours of karaoke these guys did. It was insane. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
how they
mean,
did it.
gotta
I don't
shout
even know
out,
where the
gotta shout out the
7,000
man,
hours
man.
came from.
Yeah. I gotta shout out the man Yandev, man. He bought a karaoke subscription and he shared it with the Discord server, guys. I mean, what more can you want? What a nice
There you
guy.
go.
So show up and let's sing some songs, guys. Go.
And of course, it's not Mana Surge, of course, without VTuber streams, of course, and other weird games, fun mobile games. These guys had to check out as well. But if you want to be part of some awesome fun action, not just with the Mana Surge guys, but with a ton of people in the Shadowverse community as well. It's definitely the hotspot to be. Just to hang out, have some fun with the lads, have a laugh and that as well. Not just English-speaking audience Shadowverse players, but worldwide speaking Shadowverse players as well. So go check that out if you want to be a part of that fun action. And that's it here, guys, for Volume 4 of the Darkness Over Veilside Mana Surge Cup. Again, thank you guys so much for being with us here for tonight's action. Again, especially after we've had a fantastic long week of Shadowverse, not only Volume 3 last weekend, but of course, as we mentioned, the SEAO May SVO Cup here we had as well. It's absolutely fantastic. We're hoping to see you guys very, very soon for the continuation of more awesome Mana Surge Cups. But Guy, final words, man, before we wrap things up and we send things home for today. Any thoughts going into next month? I mean, we've had a fantastic set of weeks here with the Darkness Over Veilside Cups, but how are you feeling after all that? It's been a long week, hasn't it?
Oh, I mean, every time I do Animus Cup, I just think to myself, wow, like, oh, Shadowverse is getting more and more competitive, like, as time goes on, right? Like, the players are getting better, the decks are getting more refined, so if you're a Shadowverse player, now's the time, man, to really get into it. Go play some Shadowverse, go get good at it. We're always ready to see you here at Mana Surge Cup. So, like you said, we're gonna take a bit of a break. We're not gonna be able to do the mini expansion. I think I'm not too sure what's going on. We'll see. But if we do get it going, I hope to see you guys there next month. You too as well, Bez.
Oh, absolutely, of course. I mean, yourself and guys are always fantastic being here, and of course, Bjorn in the back again, doing all the work, doing everything, carrying us as per usual. Big thanks to big man Bjorn as well for everything. And guys, again, that's it here. Thank you again once more for tuning in, and we'll see you guys very, very soon for more awesome Shadowverse action. So, till then, guys.